So I've gone ahead and made some changes to the site. I've made the login PHP and logout script. So in the login.php it says $form. The form, it just has to use a form with a username and a password and a submit button with the value of login. You can go ahead and look at it, pause it, see what it does. Next we have if $_post of login btn, which means this button right here has been pressed. I've actually gone ahead and made the login page, and then I've put it in here. I'll show you how to do that. And then $username equals strip tags. $password equals strip tags of password. Just so that they can't do anything. But if they don't press it, I forgot to mention that it just echoes out to this form variable. So next it says if the username and password have been put in, we're going to do whatever's in here. Else we're going to say please fill in all the fields to log in. Then if they have put in everything, we go ahead and get that connect.php script, which I can't show you right now. And I've gone ahead and actually made it to where I can't encrypt it, or else it just won't work. So in the register, the MySQL query, instead of doing a pass, you need to, for the password, just change it to password, because I can't encrypt it for some reason. So in the login, that's why we don't need this. Then it says hold on, gotta fix this. So it says query equals MySQL query of select all from users, where username equals the username variable and password equals the password variable. And then num_rows just checks if MySQL _num_ rows of query. Then we say if num_rows equals 1, which means the login information is correct, we do whatever is in here. Else we echo your login information was incorrect, and then the form after that. So in here we say $row equals MySQL _fetch _assoc of $query. And then we say db_id equals row of ID, which gets the ID out of our variable. And $db user equals row of username. And then we say $_session of user equal to db user, and $_session of ID equal to db ID. And I forgot to mention that we need this little thing right here on the top for it to actually do this. And then we put this session onto every single page except for logout, because it needs that. So literally every single page, and then on every single page it has the user. It has this, like $user equals $_session of user, $ID equals $_session of ID. So next we go log out, and then log in, and index, and put that everywhere, all of that into every single page. So in the logout script we say we can't do it just in login because of the logout page. We have to say session _start, and then user equals session _user. And it says if $user, we're going to do whatever in here. Else we're going to echo you were never logged in. So in here we say session _destroy, which destroys it, and then we're going to actually exit script. And then we're going to send them to location of index.php, which is the header. So that's basically it. Now I'm going to show you the status, which is in script/status.php. Well, basically we don't need the session because we're actually requiring it in each page. So it says if $ID and user, which means they're logged in, we're going to echo or do whatever's in here. Else we're going to echo that login form that I showed you. Right here, we're basically just copying that. But if we do our login, it says welcome, and then your username, and then it has that little upper bar, and then it says ask if you want to log out, basically. And then we put that into the nav bar on every single page, and we give it a div of class of status, and the style equal to float of right, so it's on the right. So if we log in, it takes you to the home page, and it does that. Sorry, my ear is itching. whatever, it gets that. And then it just floats to the right, so it's on the actual right, and then it just gets a PHP and requires this, and is also on every single page, except the log out and the login, because we don't really need it on the login page, because that's what the whole point of that is to do. And in the login page, we're going to say if we're going to actually go ahead and register.php, Control C and Control V, and then we need to say if $sign user and $sign ID, which means they're logged in. There's no point of viewing this page, so we're just gonna die. Actually, we're just gonna take them to the. Oh, I know what we should do. Okay, we're going to say Control S, and we're gonna zoom in again. I hate when it does that. And we're gonna say if $sign user, if they're is not user, which means they're not logged in, and exclamation point $sign ID, which means they're not logged in. We're going to go ahead and do all of this stuff. Else, we're going to echo you are already logged in. So, next we're going to go ahead and go with the login.php and redo that. And now, since we've already logged in on line 5. Oh yeah, that's why. So we do that, and we do this, and we say login.php, go ahead and log in, but then we go back to login.php. It says you are already logged in, and then it won't do anything. So if we go back to CodeTheWeb and see, that works, so that it protects them from just continuously, and so it keeps people from just continuously logging people in. And then the main.css, I got ahead and got rid of the styling for the input types. I'll figure out another version to make it better, because in the header, I actually have to make that 125 pixels, and with our styling, I changed it up a little bit to where it's 125 pixels, so it's a little better. But if we go ahead and keep the other input type styling, that would actually make it go over this header part, which my mouse is like dragging, is going from. It would go over that and make it not look good. So next episode we're gonna actually work on the profile page. But anyway, that's the login page. See you guys later. Bye bye.